Good afternoon, guys. We are still in Georgetown, Penang, and today is my last day in Malaysia. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna catch a flight out of here and head to my next country. And today I'm just gonna make a casual vlog, sharing some thoughts on Malaysia and also giving you some updates on the channel and my travels. So come and join me. Now, first things first, I really gotta say thank you to everybody who has been watching and subscribing. I only started this channel a few months ago, and about 2 weeks ago we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is kind of the first YouTube milestone. So yeah, thanks very much to everybody watching this right now. It's obviously a lot of fun making these videos, but also a lot of work, so I'm really happy that some of you guys seem to be enjoying them. And if you have any feedback, you know, suggestions or whatever, just put it into the comments and I will try to implement that. Also, I've been putting a lot more effort into the editing and storytelling of the more recent videos, so I hope that you noticed a bit of an uptick in quality in this Malaysia series compared to what I did before. I mean, you know, I'm still relatively new at this and I've only been doing YouTube for a few months, so I'm still learning. It's a big learning curve, but I've definitely been putting more effort into making the videos a bit more visually pleasing and improve the storytelling and whatnot, so I hope that you noticed that. So yeah, huge thank you to everybody who's watching and who has subscribed. You are the best. Can I try? Can I try?
Oh, good job!
Thank you. Thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Kain.
Kain.
Yeah.
Kain. Nice to meet you, Jack.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
Okay.
Bye. And of course, my first shot went right in. No cutting on this channel. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Malaysia. And as I've mentioned in most of my videos, the thing that I really like the most about Malaysia is the diversity. Now, a lot of countries talk about diversity, do some marketing, but Malaysia is a diverse country, and the four main communities here, so the Muslim Malays, the Christians, the Hindus and the Buddhists, they really live together. And of course, it's not perfect, but it's definitely better than in most countries. So this is a real example of diversity here in Malaysia, and I absolutely love that. Just spent 2 hours in this coffee shop editing and working, and that's something I really love about Penang. There are so many nice coffee shops with fast Wi-Fi here, so it really caters to digital nomads as well, which is obviously a plus. Another thing that I really like about Malaysia is that people speak English very well. So apart from the Philippines and maybe Hong Kong, there aren't many places in Asia where the English levels are as good as in Malaysia here. Basically, you have no language barrier. Most people are fluent, and the ones who aren't fluent, they still have a pretty good command of English. So if you come here as a foreigner, that just makes it really easy to travel and, you know, nice. Another thing that I like about Malaysia is that it's very laid back. I mean, it's chilled out, you know. It's not as crowded as some other places here in Southeast Asia, and that is obviously due to the population of Malaysia, which is much smaller than some of the surrounding countries. So yeah, Malaysia is just a really chilled out place. When you come here, you don't feel this stress that you might have in other big Asian cities, and especially here in Penang. I mean, as I said before, Penang is my favorite place in Malaysia by far, and that is because it is just very laid back and chilled out, even though there are a lot of cars and mopeds everywhere. But yeah, there's a lot of traffic, but still, in general, Malaysia is very chilled out. The next thing that I really like about Malaysia is that it's just very developed. I mean, most of the infrastructure is pretty good. You have good trains, bus connections, and traveling around the country is a piece of cake. So when you're coming here, you really don't have to worry that much. Also, Malaysia is a very safe country. I mean, I've been here for about 3 weeks now, and I've felt safe 100% of the time. I mean, of course, you gotta take normal precautions and don't be an idiot like myself who goes solo hiking into the jungle and stuff. But yeah, if you just, use common sense, you will have zero problems in terms of safety here in Malaysia. Lastly, I have to mention the food, otherwise people will get angry if I don't mention the food. So Malaysian food is great. It's kind of a mix between different Asian cuisines, and I really like it. I mean, I'm not gonna rank it in terms of which Asian cuisine is better. Is it Malay? Is it Chinese? Whatever. I just say the food is great. And if you are a foodie, you will definitely not be disappointed, especially here in Penang, which is sort of Malaysia's food capital. So yeah, food in Malaysia, great. Now I should also talk about the Malaysian people, and in general they are just very nice, friendly, welcoming and polite. I would say they are not the most fun-loving people in Southeast Asia. They are definitely a bit more reserved than Thai people, for example, and I think most Malaysian people will agree that, I'm not gonna say that they are shy, but just a bit more reserved. They take a bit more time to open up, but they are very friendly, very kind, and always helpful and welcoming. And yeah, cheers to the Malaysian people who are subscribers, and also the Malaysian people in general who have welcomed me in their country and made my experience very, very pleasant and very memorable. Now let's talk a bit about prices. So I would say Malaysia is a bit more expensive than Vietnam, Cambodia and Thailand, but it is still very affordable for Westerners. Now, what is a bit more expensive here is alcohol, because of taxes, I believe. So you won't get a beer for $1 here. That's not something you can find here because, yeah, the alcohol is a bit more expensive. Also, it's very hard to find like a meal for $1, which you can find easily in Vietnam. But here I would say a meal will cost you between $2 and $3 if it's like street food. And then if you go to a restaurant or a fancy coffee shop, it will be more like $6 or $7. So it is a bit more expensive than its neighbors, but it's still very affordable. So you can still have a very affordable vacation here if you're coming to Malaysia. Hotels and Airbnbs, same story. It's a bit more than Thailand and Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos, but it's still not expensive at all. I mean, the hotel that I got here in Penang, it's about $25 a night for a double room. And if you get a hostel or something, you can easily find a dorm bed for less than $10. Transportation, Grab is super cheap. Basically, you can get anywhere within the city, like Penang here or KL. You can get anywhere which isn't like miles and miles away for like between $1 and $3. So you're not gonna spend too much money on that. And public transportation is pretty cheap and pretty developed in most places. Like here in Penang, for example, you can get a bus ticket for 50 cents, more or less, USD. So yeah, it's pretty cheap and it helps you get around. But I've been using Grab quite a lot because it's convenient and cheap. And you can take buses around the country, and the bus journeys are really cheap as well. I don't remember how much I paid between KL and the Cameron Highlands. I will put that into the video. But the trains, they are a bit more expensive, but also much more comfortable. So I really enjoyed my train journey. I took a train from Ipoh to Butterworth on the other side of the Penang Strait here, and that was first class. It was about $25, so it was quite expensive, but it was very comfortable, and they also served complimentary food and coffee. So yeah, if you want to travel on a budget here in Malaysia, you can take buses everywhere, but if you want to have a bit more comfort, then trains are the better option. Negatives about Malaysia? Well, there aren't that many, to be honest. I really enjoyed my time here. So I have been complaining that the cities are not that pedestrian friendly, and that is definitely true. So that is one negative. Another negative, and I hope that this one is really temporary. There was this virus about 2 years ago. Over the last 6 months I had completely forgotten about this virus, but then I came to Malaysia and I was constantly reminded. So yeah, I don't want to start a discussion here because people are gonna have strong opinions on this. But yeah, here in Malaysia, they are a bit crazy with their masks and stuff, and it's not that nice, to be honest. Seriously, we are in September 2022. You gotta live with what's happening. You can't stay locked in or whatever. It just doesn't work. You gotta live with whatever disease you might be scared of. That's all that I can say. And as I said, I don't want to start a discussion, so people will have an opinion, but my opinion is that Malaysia is a bit paranoid in this regard. So I've been to about 25 countries in the last year, and I can safely say that no country was this paranoid about this virus that I had forgotten about. And to be honest, I can't think of any other negative aspect of Malaysia, and that is actually a very positive point, because if I can't think of more than 2 negative aspects of Malaysia, that means that my experience has been very positive, and that is definitely the case. So yeah, I've been rambling on a bit now. I think I'll go have some food, then I'll go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we leave the country and head to our next destination. So I have to put everything together, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So yeah, first I have to eat this part here. So yeah, this lovely Malaysian lady just came up to me and explained how I should eat the food. And she said that she just came up to me because she loves to see foreigners trying the local Malay Indian cuisine, because this is obviously Indian, but with a Malay touch. Good morning guys, it's 5:30 a.m. Early start today, and now I am leaving Malaysia. I'm not gonna tell you which destination yet, but you'll see soon enough. Alright, we have made it, and I'm not gonna tell you yet where we are. I mean, if you've been to this airport before, you'll know which one it is, but now I'll take a taxi to the Airbnb, and then I'll tell you where I am and what is gonna happen on this channel over the coming weeks. Alright guys, it's time to mention where we are. We are in Jakarta, Indonesia. You might have recognized the airport or the city from the taxi shots, but yeah, this is a new country for me, and it's actually country number 70. So I think a little celebration is in order. And yeah, I'm gonna travel to some pretty epic locations here in Indonesia. I'm not gonna do the classic backpacker tourism route. I'm actually gonna go more off the beaten path, and then I'm gonna show you some places that you might never have seen before. So yeah, I think this will be a very interesting video series, but all of that is to come. Now, I just briefly wanted to mention the Indonesia arrival procedure, because it was frankly a bit disastrous. Let me explain. If you are Indonesian, please don't take this the wrong way. This has nothing to do with traveling here or the country in general. It's just about the arrival procedure. So there are 5 queues basically. First one, payment of the visa on arrival. Second one, getting the visa on arrival. Third one, passport control. Fourth one, vaccine check, which they already checked twice before, once in Malaysia and once after getting off the plane. And then the 5th queue is the customs declaration. And this whole process is just so inefficient. I mean, they could have changed this a long time ago, because basically before the pandemic, you could enter Indonesia without a visa. You could come here for 30 days visa free, but now everybody has to get this visa on arrival. And it's not an e-visa, which is really unnecessary. You could just introduce an e-visa so that people can get it online, and this would make the process so much smoother. And then also they have 2 counters, one for payment and one for the actual visa, which again doesn't make much sense. And then also they make you download this customs declaration instead of just handing it, as you know, in other countries, in the plane, so that when you are flying you can already fill it out, which will save you a lot of time when you get to the immigration control. I mean, yeah, this whole process doesn't make any sense. It's very inefficient and very annoying, because now I spent about 1 hour and 45 minutes between getting off the plane and getting to the luggage belt, just for these 5 queues. So yeah, the longest one was by far the visa on arrival, because they ask you what you are doing in Indonesia and how long you are staying and stuff. But yeah, again, I just wanted to mention this. This has nothing to do with traveling Indonesia, the country in general or whatever. It's just about getting here. So yeah, please Indonesia, get this sorted, because it's just not very good. So yeah, rant over. Now I just wanted to give you guys a very brief channel update before rounding up this video, because I've been rambling on a little bit already. So yeah, channel update. Now, as I said before, I've been putting a lot more effort into editing, production and storytelling, because I just want to make my videos better and improve, and I'm still relatively new to this. But yeah, because I'm putting more effort into the editing and shooting process and the whole production process, I'm not going to be able to upload as much as I used to, because for the last 3 months I've been uploading pretty much 3 times a week, and I think that from now on it's going to be a bit less, so the publishing frequency will go down, but the production quality will go up. And I really hope that you will enjoy these videos, because, you know, I'm putting a lot of time into them and I really want to share awesome stories with you guys. That is the reason why I'm doing YouTube. I want to share my travels and show you some parts of the world that you might not know about. So yeah, that's the little channel update. There will be fewer videos here in Indonesia, but the videos will definitely be better, and I really hope that you will notice this difference. And yeah, this rounds up my Malaysia series. And as I said, I had an amazing time in the country of Malaysia. I really recommend it. It's a really cool place to visit. Very laid back, nice people, highly developed, and, you know, lots of cool spots to check out, especially Penang. So yeah, again, a huge thank you to everybody who has been watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and just, you know, who's been helping the channel grow, because this obviously gives me a big motivational boost to continue making videos and to continue improving. So yeah, thanks very much guys. Merci beaucoup. Muito obrigado, muchas gracias, terima kasih, shukran, and every other language that you might be speaking. Thanks guys, thank you so much. And yeah, this is the end of my Malaysia series and also the end of this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.